channel when it comes to their stuff because it's amazing.
Oh yeah.
Unlike
This Australian this Australian bitch right here.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, I do. Okay, yeah, here we go with Claude.
Yeah.
Oh,
Claudia, no, LizzietheRatcicle15, aka Claudia Polito.
Oh,
Let's
you're really gonna go that hard.
Oh yeah, I will.
God. Yeah, but I am certainly not gonna be like this because obviously I don't.
No, I'm not even gonna dwell my time on this.
I am not going to be so. It is not worth risking my anger on this shit. Honestly.
Yeah.
This
is F. It's straight for me. End of story.
You know what? No. Let me tell you. Okay. Yeah, Claude. Yeah. You know what? Man, Okay. So yeah, Claude and I were pretty good friends around that time when I first met her. She even featured me in cameos and give me a voice acting role and decided to give me another voice acting role. When the shit happened between Luca, she decided to have the fucking audacity to replace me from the voice actor role that she picked me to feature in to Maxwell, who he didn't know around that time that the role that was taken.
More like unprofessionalism.
Not just that. Before that, she replaced my partner for that beach video. She gave Vanna the role for Fry for that beach video, and she pretty much did, right? I mean, yeah, she did pass the time. She did pass the deadline, but she was around that time. She had a job. She had something to do as a life, but she replaced Vanna to her neutrals without even telling her or without even telling her no. Real fucking unprofessionalism at the time.
Absolutely.
And even though let's just say that Skylar and I got on her ass for not only the incident around July, but she knew what Spike did. Spike headline 8 work it to him later around that time, in 2019 about his predatory behavior. And even though that Spike got called out, she still defended him knowing what he did, even though despite having evidence.
Yeah.
And not just that, she had a history of treating Callie as a punching bag.
Yeah, and what's worse,
she also treats Callie.
No, I'm not done. Not only that she treated Callie as a...
I was about to build up on what you were going to say before you continue, Joey. She doesn't just treat Callie as a punching bag. Callie being the fucking dumbass and being a punching bag has just basically just set a precedent, a precedent in within the entire fucking community that, this has just become the standard now. Callie should just be the dumbass and Marie should be the perfect one. Mate, this is just going to show that when you make something that becomes so fucking influential, people are going to follow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and regarding the loot house, regarding the loot house situation, I did. Yeah, we already know. But
again, nothing. Again, that's a mute point in the case of Lizzie, though. So
yeah, and she cut me off just because I was being a quote unquote creep on her when in reality. You went along with it. You went along with the teasing. You went along with the explicit shit that's been happening. Yeah. And I even have screenshots regarding that. Hell, even Skylar and no. Even Skylar, Ika, Lord History, aka Chris, Vanna knows about it.
Yep.
They can literally watch this stream and automatically side with me because they were in the group chat with her.
Yeah, and also, I also see something that Ashley's put in the chat. I remember seeing her in Splatoon in a Splatoon session we did once, and I did not trust Claus when I saw that she was in the lobby. Yeah, that is at least warrantable enough. Mainly considering how more of her practices have been exposed to like the public regarding how she like really treats certain voice actors, not just really with Joey, but also with Vanna and also with a few other people that I've noticed, especially like again she basically snubbed Vanna for someone else. As a voice for Fry, I'm like, bro, this is not
no. Here's the thing. I spoke to two neutrals who are currently married and have a child together, saying that what she did, and they literally said the same answer. Claude was alone, like was doing this all alone, but that doesn't give her the right to do this shit.
Like, honestly, for fuck's sake, you can't, like, again, for someone who is almost in their 30s and has, like, almost, like, 100,000 subscribers, like, why are we stooping to a standard like this? Why do you think this is acceptable when it's not getting you anywhere? That's what I'm saying. Just like with all these other people, just like with Spider, you're just refusing to fucking evolve. Again, you're basically doing all these things that a certain, you're doing all these things that a certain someone else that you also had nothing but absolute despise for, you cut ties with, is doing too. You're doing the exact same thing as them. Like, fucking snubbing other people for like positions. You did that. Fucking getting. I think more recently, fucking getting your people to fucking giving attention or throwing people under the bus. Exactly the same thing BJ did. You're like again. So like just because you're doing that doesn't mean you're. I mean again, all that stuff shows that you're no better. She's no better than BJ. Like they are both doing the same thing. I don't even give a shit if I fucking like anger or anything. I don't want to talk like. I don't want to talk too much about it because I want to move the hell on.
Yeah.
But like this just had to be said, okay? Because if you're gonna be like this with your I know she's never gonna fucking watch this, but like obviously. Again, my final words is like again, if you're going to be like this with your fan, like again, it's something like what Pixar Price said, like in his video, like if you maxing it like based on what he said, obviously because audience interaction was like one of the many key features he did point out when it came to his original, like when it comes to the actual first ever exposed video that was ever made in this community. Yes, the original channel checker on Claus from Pixar Prize regarding audience interaction. If you're really going to act so like unprofessional towards your fans, towards the people who still want to see the best out of you,
and the friends who did nothing,
and the friends who actually like did nothing to you, but actually tried to give a damn about your mentality, or just like your creative mindset.
Who actually cared about you? Who cared for your safety? Getting stalked by anime girl me, like me and Skylar did.
By anime girl me and a few other people as well, and especially imposters, like the more recent one where she actually had to deal with someone who was just literally called LizzietheRatcicle15 on DeviantArt. Again, if you're gonna be like that, then you honestly do not fucking deserve the reach that you have. Yeah, sure, you may be one of the OGs, but that title goes nowhere.
Nowhere.
And here's the thing. Here's the thing regarding what Claude's claim. Yes, she consented. Okay, I even have screenshots of it, like asking to borrow her OC. Like and she always say yes. Okay.
Yes, so nothing else.
Nothing else.
Yeah.
Like absolutely.
So I'm just gonna Hold on. And she even admit to me that she doesn't like criticism in DMs. You were there, Luke. No.
Yes, I know. I was there too.
Luca.
Yes, I was there. I can vouch for you there. She is basically no better than BJ.
Yeah. Which means she hasn't learned anything from the Pixar Prize video. So
no, not really from the Pixar Prize video. Just again, I'll say low C or high D. No, I still think like low C is an understatement.
No, I'm not done. I'm not done with mine yet. Let me see. Fuck. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. With all the drama that she gets involved in, not only that she runs away from the drama that she caused, but she also gets involved in the drama that didn't involve her in the first place. Let alone relying on people who are older than fucking older than her to help her.
Not really people older than her, but even some that are younger than her. Because I know for a time she did reach out to me, in order to help out with her fucking Claude's a bodyguard thing, which she's now completely retconned out of existence because she wants nothing to do with us anymore, or with Ghost of Time, or with anyone else. Because that's just the problem. Yeah. She just doesn't know who to trust anymore when it comes to just people who makes her stuff. And the fact that she is still throwing me under the bus, despite the fact I completely just moved on from this crap, is just really showing that she at least in a way wants. Again, I think it's going to sound too much far of a stretch to say this, but I wouldn't say she'd want me gone. I'd rather just say she for still throwing me under the bus because yesterday, only yesterday did she actually make a post on DeviantArt regarding the whole imposter thing.
But she also fed the fuel, literally gave him the attention. What do you?
I know.
Hold on. Woman, what the fuck are you doing? You're not not a good idea. Not only that is a good idea to post about what you're going through about this troll right now, but you're also mentioning Luca as well. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, and if I just bring up this comment that I think this guy called the Fresh Boy, which was actually someone I haven't really heard in quite some time, brought up to the comment section, where she said, I fucking, one is OK Gaming on who I no longer unwatch, which makes no fucking sense. I no longer unwatch. Don't you mean no longer watch, bitch? Ugh. And cut ties with who turns out to be self-entitlement and controlling my scripts. Which, yeah, you say that, but you're not bringing up any evidence, which is something that Fresh Boy says, where he says, and I quote, "That's creating a win-lose situation for both you and the imposter since you're giving attention to each other instead of just ignoring one another. Doesn't that sound familiar of someone else in this community who also had a similar imposter issue years ago?" And that's obviously referring to BJ because he did the same thing too. So basically, again, she's basically doing the same things BJ did only years later, and that's just where the irony begins to show.
Yeah, and
let me just finish up the sentence. And he says, also, I think it's worth noting that why you decided to throw Elkan under the bus when, one, you're not showing any proof that he's a quote-unquote self-entitlement and controlling your scripts, and two, like with the imposter, same rules apply, you're giving him the attention even though you blocked him. Because, there's this thing called the logout button. People can still... Well, no, not really the logout button. There's a lot of other things. But
incognito mode is your friend.
Incognito mode is your friend, or actually having other people look into it and just show you. Because, again, word of mouth is a very powerful weapon. And if used incorrectly, it can literally get you into massive shit.
And here's the thing. She would make these fucking claims that either doesn't make any sense or which is an all-out lie. Dude, if you're making these claims, at least show some fucking proof that does make sense. You, on the other hand, Claude, if you're actually watching this, have a habit of not showing it.
Yeah, not to mention, and instead you get Ken to anchor your problems, especially since he was the one who responded to the Fresh Boys comment.
Yeah.
Instead of actually,
hold on. You get someone else involved. You get someone else involved in your shit instead of fixing it yourself.
Yeah, you can't instead of responding to them outright yourself, you have to get fucking Ken to do it for you, which honestly is just fucking stupid. Which honestly is just asinine to even process that, because again that just shows you cannot because again if there's literal facts being thrown at you, you can't really stand up for yourself.
Yeah, hold on. You're clearly running away from your actions. Sitting in a fucking corner, literally not have anything to say, and yet you have people literally defending you without knowing the fucking context or the other side of the fucking story.
Yeah, not to mention the Fresh Boy doesn't even know a lot about the story. All they just because they still remember, they still know their fucking facts of again, that's creating a win-lose situation because they don't really know a lot about the context regarding this stuff. But they knew for a fact that they have seen this stuff in the past that if you're trying to give an imposter or anyone else attention, that's still kind of creating win-lose because again, word of mouth can always come back to bite you in the ass at one point because it doesn't matter if you block them, if you mention them by name, then that's still going to give them the attention.
So yeah, you deserve the fucking. So if you're watching this, you deserve the fucking lowest of the low. Put her in there. Fuck that.
Yeah,
man.
put her in S tier. Let's get on with this.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. Okay, I mean, there is so much else to say about her, that hasn't really been said. Regarding there's a lot more things to really. Yeah, let's just move on. It's becoming a little bit.
I'm sorry.
I guess so, Josh, because sorry, we had to get it out.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, guys. I literally had to get this out of my chest because. Yeah,
I just want to try and move on. I mean, again, I myself have moved on from the entire thing.
Yeah, I moved on. Yeah, I moved on from it as well. I mean, it's only a matter of.
And she just the problem with her is that she just can't shut the fuck up about us.
Yeah, it's only a matter of time that something backfire is gonna happen. It's only a matter of time.
Word of mouth is dangerous. That's all I'm saying. Word of mouth is dangerous, and when it's actually used against you, again, it can be lethal. Mm-hmm. I have known that from a lot of stuff in the past. And let's go. But let's just lighten the tone a bit and get straight on to me.
Yes.
Yay!
All right. Well.